Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully complete our blog details page. Right now, if you click as a read more, then it will be redirected to our blog details page. So now in this video, I want to discuss about how can add one of the comment option for a specific this blog. So for doing this, we have to work in our blog details page, and for the blog details, we have already created one of the method. That means in our blog, that means in our app blog, into the view area, that is our function name as a blog details. So before I simply get all the object data, and here I pass it with our diction to our blog details HTML. So right now also here we have to pass one of the form. So here they have no such a building form. So right now we have to create one of the custom form, right? So if you want to create some of the custom form, then what exactly you have to do, I think you already know about it. So right now, like here, I don't need this. I remove everything from here, and that is our create block. Also here, don't need this. So for creating that one of the custom form here in our app block, I want to create one of the new file, and I just name it as a forms.py. That will be our custom form. So here I want to create one of the custom form, and then we will load this form in particular in our this details page, right? So don't worry, step by step I will show you everything with the live example. So for doing this, first of all, here we have to load our Django building form. So that is from the Django. So from the Django, and from here I want to input one of the form, that is our forms. So that is our Django building forms. So now I want to do also I want to get all the class, that means in our model. If you go to that model, so from to the model I need our blog, because of all into the blog area that have all that our blog details, and also I need our this comment. So if you want to get it, first of all here I want to input it. So that is from, and in our app block, so you can also make the things with the dot, rather than if you want to put that your folder name as a app block, and from to the app block there is a models. So that is actually our models. So from to the models I want to input our both of this class, that means in our app block, and that is our models. So from to the model I want to get our blog, that means our blog class, and also I want to get our another class as a comment. So into the comment area here I have already declared one of the field for the comment. So now we will need it. For the reasons here I simply add our this class as a comment class. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So now I want to create one of the class. So now I name it as a class, and I name it as a comment. Okay, I name it as a comment from, then it should be better. So I name it as a comment from. So it will be inherited our Django forms. So that is our Django forms, and then also it would be inherited our model form. That will be as a model form, right? So I loaded it. So in fundamental I have already discussed about that things with you. So right now I want to create one of the another custom model, and then here I name it one of the class. That means into the class area I want to create another class, that means it should be as a meta class, right? So I name it as a class, and it should be as a meta, that will be as a meta class. And into the meta class area, first of all I want to load our model. So I want to load that model, that means which model I want to load. I want to load our comment model, and from to the comment model I want to get our this comment field, that means this field will be needed, right? So now after that, here I want to add our fields. So our fields will be, I want to visible our comment field, right friend? I hope it's very much clear to you. So that will be our comment form. So now we have to load it. We have to load it our this class in our view, that means in our blog details, right? So here now we have to work. So after that I take one of the variable, and I just name it as a comment form. Okay, comment underscore form. So it will be one of the comment form, and here we have to load our this, that means that is our comment form. So I copy it, and here I load it. So if you want to access it, that means if you want to access our this class, first of all here in our here we have to first of all load it, right? So now I want to input it. So that is from our from, and then our app, that means from our app blog, and then the from to the forms, I want to input our class name, that will be our comment form, right? So here first of all make that sure you input it, and now we can actually access it. So here I access it, I take the things with our this variable, and then our rest all that step will be just like that same before when we if you want to load one of the form. So what exactly we did, first of all I add one of the if condition, and then we have to pass that request, right? Request method. That means whatever the things we will pass from our block details, that into the block details, here we have to add one of the forms. So here from here we have to pass that our request method. That request method, first of all I want to check it. I want to check it is post method or the get method. First of all we have to check it, right? And then I want to I pass our this request post. That means I take that things with this variable as a comment. So it will be just like that same before. I hope you remember that part. That means into the comment, then our class will be as a comment, and that means in our comment form, and to the comment form area we have to pass our this request post, right? So it will be as a request and then post. So here we have to pass it, and after that I have to check it. That means I have to check that is valid. So with the if condition, and then with our this comment. That means with our this comment form, because of all here I take the things with this variable before we use it as a only form, right? So now I change it for the comment form, and if our this comment form, so I want to check it is valid, is underscore valid. So is valid, I want to check it. So if then I want to actually save it. So I take one of the variable as a comment. And now with this comment form, I want to save it. So here first of all also we have to check it. Which user actually put that comment and which blog post actually put that comment, right? So for the reasons here, if you go to our model, into the model area I have already declared both of this, that will be our blog, and here I make our foreign key with our blog class, and then also the user, and that is our foreign key with our user class. That means which user actually put that comment, and in particular which blog post this user put that comment. So here also we have to declare both of this. So for the reasons here I want to do, before first of all I want to make as a commit as a false. I want to make that as a, first of all it should be as a false, right? That means I want to pending this data, and then here we have to check it. So with this comment, I want to access our user. That means here that will be our user, and also we have to check it our blog, right? So now I want to check it. First of all I want to check it our which user would be our requested user. That means which user is already logged in, that our current user. So if you want to display that current user, it should be as a request, right? Request user means our current user, and then current user, and then I want to add our blog. That means which blog post this user put that comment. So it should be as a blog, and blog will be as our blog, right? That means that is actually our blog. So that blog will be our blog. So now I pass it. Perfect. And after that I want to save it. So with the comment, I want to save this data. So right now I save it, and when I save it, after that I want to pass it to one of the page. So it should be returned, and with our HTTP response redirect, and then the reverse, right? With the reverse I want to pass some of the specific page. I want to pass it to our, that means when this user will put any comments, then it should be redirected to our the same page. That means that is our details page, right? So if you go to our details route, that means if you go to our URL in our app blog, if you go to that URL, I have already created one of the path as a details, and after that details also there have some of the Slack, right? And also I name it with our blog details. That means in our app blog, and then our blog details. So now I want to pass it on here. So first of all our app name will be as a app_blog, and then I want to pass it in our app blog details page. I hope it's very much clear to you, friend. And after that, they have also one of the ID. You can see they have also one of the ID, means I am here using the Slack, right? If you go to our detail page, and you can see there is our details, and after that details they have our Slack. So here if you want to pass it, then you have to pass it with the key argument. So in fundamental I have already discussed about that things with you. So here if you want to pass it, then you have to pass it with the key argument. That means the with the key argument, we have to pass it. So now I want to pass our which data? I want to pass our Slack data, right? So into the URL I name it as a Slack. So here I pass it, and also our requested, that means our requested, here I also pass our requested parameter as a Slack. So it should be our this one. Okay, so I just simply pass it on here. I hope it's very much clear to you, friends. So now here I have to pass our form. That means that is actually our custom form, and I just take the things with this variable as a comment form. So now here we have to pass that form, and also here I want to visible it in our block details page. So if you want to visible it, you have to pass it in our dictionary, right? So after that I want to pass our key, and then I want to pass it our this custom form. Perfect. So now we can actually use our this custom form in our block details page. So now we have to work in our block details. Now go to our block details template. That means that is our app block, and that is our block details template. So I want to visible it. So after this, okay, like after this here, I want to take another div. I take another div and I put on the row, then it will be better. And I want to segment with the 2 column. That means I take another div, I make that as a call sm 6x6. So it should be as a call sm6, and I also want to take another one as a call sm6. Okay, so into the call sm6 area I want to visible all that our comments. So I take one of the h5 tag, and it should be as a comments. Okay, it should be display our all that comments. And then in our this position, that means in our another call sm6, here I want to load one of the form. So if you want to load that form, I think you already remembered that. So it should be just like that same. So here we don't need this action, only we need that method, and that method will be as a post. So into the view, here I have already checked it. That means our request post, and first of all I check it as a post, right? So now everything is just like that same before. So now I want to actually display it on here. So it should be from here. That means from our view, I pass our custom form, take the things with this variable, and here I pass it in our dictionary area with the contact form. That means the comment form, right? So now I want to simply use it. So here it should be as our comment form, and into the comment form area, if you want to load our Crispy, so here we have to load that Crispy, right? So better I take it in our create block. You can say I loaded that Crispy. So now first of all I want to load it. That means in our block details here, after that base HTML, I want to load our this Crispy form. And now I want to access it. So I copy it, and here into the comment form, I want to display our Crispy form. And after that I have to load our CSRF token, right? So I make it as a CSRF underscore token. So it should be as a CSRF token. And after that I take one of the button. Okay, I take one of the button. It should be as a submit type, and also here we don't need this name. I want to load one of the class. It should be as a btn primary and btn sm. Okay, it should be as a btn sm, and then it will be as a comment. That will be as a comment button. Perfect. So now let's check this out. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you first of all want to check our server, and here you can see it's now getting some of the error. It's now getting some of the error in our that is our forms. Into the forms line 1, this from Django input forms. You can see there is actually a spelling mistake. So that will be as a forms. That is in our forms. You can see I make it as a forms. It should be as a forms, FORMS, right? that will be as a forms. And also here you can see I make that things correct on here, but I input it in wrong. That means they have some of the spelling mistake. Now let's check this out again. Click as a save all. Yeah, you can see it's now perfectly now running. Now let's check this out. If you now click as a refresh and now go here, yes, you can see it's now perfectly visible our comment. And here that is our button. Maybe they have some of the spelling mistake in our class. That is actually the PTN primary. You can see also there is a spelling mistake, PAIMARY, right? Primary and BTN SM. Now click as a save all again. Refresh it again. Yeah, now you can see it's perfectly getting. And better I want to put some of the bracket. Okay, I put some of the bracket. And then that is our AND block. Now click as a save all. And now refresh it again. Yeah, you can see that is actually our block, and that is our another div as a comment. So friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So that is our comment form. You can see I loaded into the form area only our comment field. That means if you go to our model, into the model area, I have already created one of the field as a comment, and in the model that will be type as a text field type. So right now you can see that is actually our text field type, right? So now I want to do, right now I'm already logging with the test. So better I want to create another account, and with this another account I want to put some of the comments on particular this post. Okay, so then it should be better. I click as a logout. So right now I didn't create any one, so better I want to create another sign up, and I just name it as a Aryan. Okay, and I put as a aryan@gmail.com and put the password as udemy12345 and udemy12345. Now I want to create one of the new account as a Aryan. You can see account created successful. Go to our logging here. I name it as a Aryan, and our password udemy12345. Now click as a login. Yeah, you can see right now I'm logging with Aryan, right? So this post is created by the test, that also created by the test. Right now I want to put some of the comments for particular this post. Click as a read more, and here I want to put that comment as a this is nice. Click as a comment. Yeah, you can see they have no error. That means our comment inserted successfully. So if you want to check it, like here I want to check it, go to our I want to open another new tab. Then everything will be more clear to you. Click as a enter, and here our name will be as a Amjad, and then the password udemy12345. that will be our actually super user. Click as a login, and now if you go to our comments, yes, you can see it's now perfectly visible our comments, and this is a nice. And here into the comment area is visible our name because of all. If you go to our model, if you go to that model, into the model area, you can see for the comment I have already declared our styling with the self and then our comment name, right? In the return self the comment. For the reasons you can see it's now visible our this comment. That means we can successfully now insert that comment, and also you can see it's now showing as a Aryan. That means which user actually put that comment is visible, right? And also it's visible which blog, that means which blog this user put that comment, right? So friend, here I have already declared that part in our model area. So now I think it should be very much clear to you. You can see I have created that relation with the blog. So for the reasons it's now getting that data, which blog, and then the user. Also I have created that relation with the user, that means with our user class, and then our comment, right? So now you can see it's now showing our comment. I hope friend is very much clear to you. So now I want to actually get this data. So better I want to add another one. That means here I have already inserted one. I take another one as a wow, it's great. Okay, I name it again as a wow, it's great. Click as a submit. Now go to our comment again. You can see there is another one as a wow, it's great. So now I want to actually get our this comment data, and I want to visible it in our particular this position. Okay, so here I have already declared another call SM6. So now I want to display it in our this blog details, into the blog details. So that is our form, and that is our another one as a call sm, right? So after that I want to do and to visible it. So here first of all I want to do and to show our username. That means here I want to put on the href, and I want to display our username. So if you want to display that username, I think you already remember that path, or what exactly you have to do. First of all, if you go to our form, that means in our view, into the form to the view, I have already passed, you can see I have already passed that block. So with this block we get all that our object data, and we pass it to our block details page. So now with this block I want to run on the for loop. Okay, that means in our block details here, after that I want to take one of the for loop. I take as a for, and I just name, I want to visible it with the name as a comment or whatever you want. So if you want to make that things as a row, you can name it as a row. So in then what? In then I pass our block every data with our this block, right? So now I want to pass it with the block, and also here we have to get all that our comment, right? I want to display all that our comment in particular that area. So right now they have the 2 comments, so if they have multiple comment, I want to get all that comment from here. So if you want to get that comment, so if you go to our, I have already created that relation into the model area. I have already created that relation with our block, so, and I name that relation, that means the related name, as a block comment. So now with this block comment we can get our specific this user all that comment, right? So now for the reasons, now I want to actually use our this related name. So I copy it, and now in our that is our block details, so it should be with this block I get our specific this user all that comment with the, that means the block comment, and I want to get all, that means I want to get all that comment, right? And from here we get a specific this user all that data, that means comment data, and I take that with our this comment. So now with this comment we can display everything. So with this comment I want to display our username. That means our username will be visible, and then also after that better I want to first of all and it, that means the and our for, and here I want to visible our with the comment. Okay, with the comment I want to visible our field name. Our field name will be, I have already declared that field name. Our field name is the comment, right? So now I want to actually get our this comment. So here I display our comment. Okay, and better I want to put one of the bracket. So after that I put on the bracket, and then I also want to display our if you want to display that comment date, you can also display it. Better I want to put that comment date with our I. And also I want to first of all take one of the H6. Okay, here I take one of the H6 and I, and then I want to visible with this comment. Okay, with this comment I want to visible our comment date. That means we should be display our comment date, right friend? I hope it is very much clear to you what exactly the things I did on here. So now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, and now first of all I want to check it, everything is running well. Now if you go and refresh it, yes, you can see friend, it's now perfectly visible that name, that means which user actually put that comment, and that is our comment is visible, and also it's visible the date, right? So better I want to make that as a bold here, that actually our comment. So I make is one of the bold tag, and with the bold tag area I want to pass it. I pass it on here, click as a save all, and now refresh it. Yeah, it's perfect. So that is our Aryan actually putting that as a wow, gray is great, and that is this is nice, right? And also if you go to our another one, like there is our another one, click as a read more, and I name it. Right now I am already logged in with the Aryan, so now I name it as a this is the best blog site or blog post. Okay, so I put this type of one of the comment, click as a comment, Now go here, yeah, you can see it's now showing as Aryan, and this is the base blog post and then our date. I hope friend it's very much clear to you. We successfully put that comment and also in our database, and the database is also perfectly visible that every name, that means a comment post, right? And we successfully complete that part. So in our next video, I want to discuss about how can working with the like or the dislike of this post. That means if you want to like this post, how can like it? If you want to unlike this post, how can unlike it? Okay, so how can do that work? In our next video, I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.